What if a doctor's prescription could heal not just the body, but the soul? And what if that doctor was so brilliant he single-handedly modernized medicine for an entire nation, yet so humble he tailored his own suits and gave his money away to the poor? In an age of scientific pride, one physician had a secret diagnostic tool no university could ever teach. He saw the face of Jesus Christ in every single patient he treated. And this wasn't in some ancient European city, but in the heart of a struggling Venezuela. This is the story of how one doctor's clinic became a cathedral of mercy, how he became a saint, not through grand speeches, but through quiet, daily acts of compassion. This is the story of Dr. José Gregorio Hernández, the doctor of the poor. Back in 1864, in the small, rugged town of Isnotú in the Venezuelan Andes, a boy named José Gregorio Hernández Cisneros was born. He was the oldest of 7 kids, and right from the start, his life was shaped by 2 powerful forces, a deep, unshakable faith and a brilliant mind. His mom, a devout woman, taught him about God and goodness from his cradle. As he later said, "My mother taught virtue from the time I was in a crib, made me grow in the knowledge of God, and gave me charity as my guide." His father sold medicine and livestock, and while the family wasn't poor, life was simple. But there was nothing simple about José Gregorio's mind. He was exceptionally bright. At just 13, he announced he wanted to be a lawyer. But his mother gently guided him, sensing a different calling. She encouraged him to pursue medicine instead. So he made the long journey from his mountain home to the capital, Caracas, to start his studies. It was a world away from the quiet faith of Isnotú. At the Central University of Venezuela, he was hit with the trendy ideas of the time, French positivism and a general mockery of religion as a thing of the past. But José Gregorio, while kind and studious, was unshakable. He credited his daily mass attendance and prayer for giving him the strength to carry on. He wasn't just another brilliant student. He was a man of profound faith in a world that was starting to see faith and science as enemies. He was about to show them they weren't enemies at all. Dr. José Gregorio Hernández's academic journey was marked by extraordinary dedication and a relentless pursuit of excellence. His early education in Caracas revealed exceptional intellectual abilities, setting the stage for a remarkable career. By 1888, he graduated as a doctor from the Central University of Venezuela, having mastered English, French, Portuguese, German, and Italian, alongside a working knowledge of Latin and Hebrew. This linguistic prowess underscored his commitment to comprehensive learning. His exceptional brilliance caught the attention of the Venezuelan government, which awarded him a grant to further his studies in Paris. This recognition highlighted his potential to significantly contribute to the nation's progress. This was more than just an academic prize, it was a strategic investment in the future of Venezuela's national health, aiming to bring cutting-edge medical practices to the country. The government understood the profound impact his advanced knowledge could have. His mission was clear: to absorb knowledge from Europe's leading minds and bring modern medicine back to his homeland, transforming healthcare in Venezuela. He was determined to bridge the gap between European advancements and Venezuelan medical practices. In Paris, he immersed himself in the pioneering fields of microbiology, bacteriology, and physiology, studying under the esteemed followers of Louis Pasteur, such as Isidore Strauss. He also furthered his studies in Berlin, focusing on histology and pathological anatomy. Upon his return to Venezuela in 1891, he didn't just bring back theoretical knowledge, he brought essential equipment, including microscopes and other scientific instruments, to establish modern medical laboratories. This practical approach was crucial for implementing new techniques. He established the nation's first laboratory of experimental physiology and initiated the first courses in these modern medical disciplines across Latin America at the Central University of Venezuela. This marked a pivotal moment in the region's medical education. Dr. Hernández almost single-handedly propelled Venezuelan medicine into the 20th century, revolutionizing its practices and educational standards. His efforts laid the foundation for future medical advancements in the country. He was known as a demanding professor, balancing his good humor with exceptionally high standards for his students, ensuring they received the best possible medical education. His dedication to teaching was as profound as his commitment to research. Yet, this scientific pioneer, this academic giant, lived a life characterized by radical humility, often prioritizing the needs of others over his own comfort. His personal life stood in stark contrast to his professional achievements. Financial constraints often led him to tailor his own suits and shirts, a practice he maintained throughout his life, reflecting his modest lifestyle and resourcefulness. This habit underscored his detachment from material wealth. He declined lucrative offers for a private practice, asserting to a friend that his true calling was among the humble people of his hometown, whom he served tirelessly and often without charge. He believed his skills were meant for the less fortunate. For José Gregorio, his vast scientific knowledge was not a source of personal pride or a path to wealth, but rather a sacred trust. He viewed his intellect as a gift to be used for the greater good. Instead, he viewed it as a divine instrument bestowed upon him for a much higher purpose, serving humanity, especially the poor and sick, embodying his deep faith and compassion. His life was a testament to his belief in service. Dr. José Gregorio Hernández's clinic in Caracas was truly unique, a place where science and faith were completely intertwined. His life's philosophy was profoundly simple. He saw Jesus in the poor, the sick, and the suffering, transforming his medical practice. This deep belief led him to call his work the priesthood of human pain, a testament to his compassionate approach. He quickly became known across the country as the Doctor of the Poor, a title that was a literal description of his life's dedication. He treated the impoverished for free, and for those unable to afford medicine, he often paid for it out of his own pocket. Understanding poverty as a disease itself, he developed a system of profound and discreet charity to help those in need. In his office, he maintained a special bag, which he affectionately called the Bag of the Poor. Patients who could afford to pay would contribute what they could, leaving their donations within the bag. Crucially, those in dire need could secretly take from it for food or medicine without the shame of having to ask. He simply explained, "Most of these people don't have money. I won't deny them an appointment and make them feel ashamed. God shall help." This radical generosity was deeply rooted in his intense spiritual life, a cornerstone of his existence. He attended Mass every single day and was a devoted member of the secular Franciscan order. His profound faith was not separate from his scientific mind. Rather, it was the very engine that drove it forward. He firmly believed that faith and reason are like two powerful wings, lifting the human spirit towards truth. He perceived no conflict between them, only a powerful and harmonious partnership. His faith instilled in him the compassion to truly see the patient, not merely the disease they carry. This unique blend of world-class medical skill and profound Christian charity made him a living legend in Venezuela. The story of Dr. Hernández is such a powerful reminder that the greatest work is often done in the quietest ways. If you're inspired by this life of service, please consider subscribing for more stories of saints on our channel, 2 Minutes with the Lord. A life of trial and faith. Despite his incredible success as a physician, scientist, and professor, José Gregorio Hernández felt a deeper, more profound calling to serve God. This inner conviction guided many of his life choices, even as he achieved great professional renown. Twice, he attempted to leave his worldly life behind to enter a monastery, seeking a path of intense spiritual devotion. These were not fleeting thoughts, but serious endeavors to dedicate himself entirely to a monastic existence, reflecting his deep faith and desire for spiritual fulfillment. In 1908, he made a significant commitment, giving up everything, his flourishing medical career, his family, and his home in Venezuela, to join the intensely strict Carthusian monks in Italy. This order is known for its rigorous asceticism and solitary life, a testament to his profound dedication to his faith. However, his health, which was always fragile, proved unable to handle the harsh and demanding lifestyle of the Carthusian order. After 9 months of dedicated effort, his physical condition deteriorated and he was regretfully forced to leave the monastery, a decision that deeply affected him.
He later tried once more to pursue a religious vocation, attempting to enter a seminary in Caracas. Yet, despite his unwavering spiritual resolve, his body once again failed him, preventing him from continuing his studies and ultimately leading him away from the seminary path. For most people, these repeated setbacks in pursuing a religious life would have felt like a massive personal failure, perhaps even a sign that God was rejecting their deepest desires. Such experiences could easily lead to profound disappointment and a sense of unworthiness. But for José Gregorio, these experiences brought a moment of profound and transformative clarity. He finally understood that his true monastery was not within cloistered walls, but rather the bustling, suffering world around him, particularly the vibrant streets of Caracas. He realized that his religious habit was, in fact, his doctor's coat, a symbol of his commitment to healing and service. His altar was the examination table where he ministered to the sick and vulnerable, transforming his medical practice into a sacred act of devotion. His mission was to serve God not in the quiet solitude of a cloister, but directly in the chaotic, often suffering streets of Caracas. He embraced the understanding that his medical profession was his true calling, a direct path to fulfilling his spiritual duties and helping those in need. He came to the profound realization that by being the best doctor and professor he could possibly be, he could follow the gospel and serve God just as radically and faithfully as any monk in a secluded monastery. His work became his prayer, his service his devotion. His unwavering resolve and dedication to his calling were put to the ultimate test during the devastating Spanish flu pandemic of 1918. This global health crisis brought immense suffering and fear, challenging medical professionals and communities worldwide. As the deadly virus tore through Venezuela, Dr. Hernández worked tirelessly and selflessly, treating an endless stream of sick and dying patients. He stood firm when many other doctors were afraid, demonstrating extraordinary courage and compassion in the face of overwhelming adversity. His selfless work during this dark and perilous time cemented his reputation as a man who would literally risk his own life for his neighbors. He saw in their fevered faces and suffering bodies the very face of Christ, embodying profound empathy and unwavering faith in action.
Today, we explore the life, death, and canonization of Saint José Gregorio Hernández, revered in Venezuela and beyond. Born October 26, 1864, in Isnotú, Venezuela, José Gregorio Hernández Cisneros was one of 6 children. His mother was a housekeeper, and his father sold pharmaceuticals, instilling a strong work ethic. He pursued medicine in Venezuela and Europe, becoming a respected professor and researcher. Dr. Hernández founded the bacteriology department at the University of Caracas and published The Elements of Bacteriology. Beyond academics, he was known for deep piety and service to the poor, earning him the title Doctor of the Poor. He often treated patients without charge and provided medicine at his own expense, embodying true charity. On June 29, 1919, Caracas witnessed a tragic event that would forever change its history. Dr. Hernández, then 54, had just purchased medicine for an elderly patient who couldn't afford it. Stepping into the street, he was tragically struck by a car, dying almost instantly. The news of his death shocked Caracas, prompting a massive outpouring of grief. Thousands poured into the streets, forming a procession united in the cry, "Se ha muerto un santo!" A saint has died. This was a popular canonization. People recognized his holiness through tireless service, charity, and intellect. For decades, his fame grew, with claims of miraculous healings spreading across Latin America. For a century, José Gregorio Hernández remained a saint of the people, a symbol of hope in Venezuelan homes. In 1986, the Vatican recognized his heroic virtue, declaring him venerable, a step towards sainthood. However, full sainthood requires proof of miracles, and that proof arrived dramatically in 2017. 10-year-old Yaxuri Solorzano was shot in the head during a robbery, suffering catastrophic damage. Doctors gave a grim prognosis: severe permanent disabilities if she even survived. Her mother, with unwavering faith, prayed to Dr. Hernández for his intercession. What followed was medically inexplicable. Yaxuri not only survived but made a complete recovery with no impairments. After investigation, the Vatican recognized her healing as a miracle, leading Pope Francis to beatify José Gregorio Hernández on April 30th, 2021. But his path to sainthood didn't end there. While a second miracle was investigated, Pope Francis made a historic decision in February 2025. Citing widespread veneration, he approved canonization without a second required miracle. This was a powerful acknowledgement of what the people had known for a century. Then, on October 19th, 2025, Pope Leo XIV officially declared him Saint José Gregorio Hernández in St. Peter's Square. He was canonized alongside Mother Carmen Rendiles Martinez, giving Venezuela its first two saints in a moment of profound joy. Mother Carmen, born without her left arm, dedicated her life to religious service and founded the Congregation of the Servants of Jesus. Her canonization alongside Dr. Hernández marked a historic moment for Venezuela, celebrating two citizens elevated to sainthood. Saint José Gregorio Hernández is remembered for his deep faith, service to the poor, and contributions to medical science. His canonization offers hope, serving as a model of holiness, demonstrating that service and devotion can be lived through one's profession.